Right, okay guys, so another pickups video, and we'll do what we normally do. We'll start off with the games, then we'll go into films, and then anything comic wise. So starting off with my first pickup, Nano Stray 2 for the Nintendo DS. Now this was a CEX pickup. I saw this on their website for £22, which, if you know Nano Stray games, the first one's not too hard to pick up and you can get it for a fairly reasonable price, but this one is quite pricey. Now, there is one bad thing. It didn't come with a manual, but it is CEX, so we kind of learned to expect this. And I'm sure at a later date I'll probably find one. But when you see this for £22, you grab it, because that's cheap. It goes for a lot more than that on eBay, over double in most cases, so £22. Really good price. So the minute I saw that, I got it. There was only a couple left. Basically snatched it while I could. So I now have both of these. Good game, good shooter. Then we go on to our charity shop finds. Gran Turismo 6. I did actually think I had it. Turns out I didn't. I like the colour scheme on this. One of the things that drew me to it, because this is the anniversary edition, was just the blue on the cover. Because the one before this was like a silver grey. It was a bit boring. This one's a little bit more colourful. So yeah, Gran Turismo 6. That was £1. All of these I'll be showing you will be £1. Canis Canem Edit, or Bully as it's also known. Surprisingly, I did not have this for the PlayStation 2. So again, when I saw it for £1, great condition as well. Got some doodle by some kid in there at some point. But it comes with everything, the menu, etc. So for £1, no brainer. Grab that. I was grabbing that all day. This one I had to get when I saw it. If ZX Tetley's watching, he's going to love this one because he's a big fan. Godzilla. And it's on the Atari. Yeah, Godzilla Save the Earth. This is not one I've seen before. So when I saw it for £1, and this one's another one in really good condition. Again, some passwords or something with the manual. Guessing these came from the same person. But again, £1, great condition. I was grabbing that. Sub Rebellion, I'll be honest, not a game I'm really familiar with. But it looked interesting enough, and for £1, you know, it was worth getting. So that's that one. Now this one, classic. Back in the day, used to play this a lot. Destroy All Humans. Funny games, these ones. Again, all the passwords. So like I say, I'm pretty certain these were all donated by the same person. Again, another one I've not seen before. Driver Parallel Lines. I don't remember this on the PS2. And in fact, when I picked it up and I showed it to a few of the guys, they were the same. Now, as you'll see, it's a metal tin. I'm guessing, though, it has been left in a cold area at some point, because there's, as you can see, there's signs of rust appearing. Same on the back. Now, I forget how much this was. I don't think this one was £1. But again, comes with the manual and some passwords there. Yeah, this one I think I paid a little bit more for, if I remember right. But I forget what, because I've took the price off. But it's the collector's edition, as you can see. I've never seen the normal one, let alone the collector's. So that's interesting to me. And like I say, I mentioned this to a few guys and they were the same. It's weird. It can't be that rare because it wasn't expensive. So I don't know. It's a weird one, that. Bit of an anomaly, you might say. Then we got Wipeout Fusion. And as you can see, I paid £2 for this one. But you know, you've got to love a Wipeout game. They are good games. Bloody hard, but they are good games. Comes with all the gubbins. So yeah, £2 for that. Good price, I think. Rayman 3. I forget. I think this one was £1. I forget though, to be sure, because some of them I did pay a bit more for. And that's all there. Do like a Rayman game. Now this one, I'm sure I got this off of somebody, and I'm sure it was Gib84. I think he gave me the PC version of this, if I remember right. Apologies if it wasn't Gib84, but I'm pretty sure it was golden. Yeah, so when I saw the PlayStation 2 version, I was like, right, I'm having that. Now this one I know was more than £1, but again, like I say, I can't remember the price. No stickers on them, so everything's there. Again, definitely came from the same person, because behind it is a sheet of passwords or something behind there. Hit and Run. Now, this one has eluded me. It's not a hard game to find. It is one you pay a little bit more for. But it's not a hard game to find. So you might be wondering, well, why is it you didn't already have this, Lee? Well, the reason for that is because every time I pick this up, it's been damaged. So every time the disc has been absolutely battered. I've had this in bundles countless times. Probably counted 5 or 6 times at least. And each time the disc has been so battered, it's just unplayable. So yeah, so now I've finally got Hit and Run, so I can add that with Road Rage, Simpsons Road Rage. So I've got both of them games now. This one I've not played, but I've heard good things. Big Mother Trucker 2. This one I think was £1. Again, comes with everything. I do like the case artwork on here, and not just because of the woman, before anybody says it. I just like the artwork on this, it's interesting. And then of course, if you've got Destroy All Humans 1, well, you've got to have Destroy All Humans 2. And again, I played this a lot back in the day. Now, these have been re-released on the PS4, so they have been remastered, which I might pick up at some point. But, you know, when you see the PS2 versions, especially in this good condition, it'd be wrong not to get them. So I picked them up. Again, like I say, I think that one might be in a little bit more. Like, they're getting a bit wise, the old charity shops. There was a time when you would pick up these games all day long for £1 each, but they're getting a little bit wiser with it now. You know, some of these now are going for almost eBay prices, and I have actually said to them on a few occasions that you shouldn't really be charging eBay prices, because if I wanted to pay eBay, I would do, and I'd get it delivered directly to my door. You know, I come in here because it's generally cheaper, and because I like to do my bit for charity. You know, so I have already said this, but unfortunately, this is the way of the world these days. Anyway, moving on, films. So, we have Riddick. Now, the reason I picked this up, because I have already got this, as you can see, it's the unrated director's cut. So, hence the reason why I picked it up. I hear that the director's cut's a lot better. I think it's got about 9 minutes of extra footage in it, which might not sound like a lot to you, but I've been told that them 9 minutes fix the film. If you know anything about this film, you'll know that it's pretty much a copy of Pitch Black, only not as good. I'm told, though, that them 9 minutes completely changed the film. You've even got an extra character that's not seen in the theatrical cut. And as a result, it changes the whole dynamic of the film. We'll see, I guess. You know, but for £1, it's worth getting. Dr. No. And this is in excellent condition. You would have thought I just got this off Amazon. But again, for £1, great film. You know, it's what started it all, isn't it? I had to get it. Man from U.N.C.L.E. As you know, or at least you should know, it's a remake of the original. Now, I'll be honest, I really enjoyed this. I really did. This proved to me that this man here could play James Bond. He come across like, basically like a mixture of Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan, which I thought was really good. Like, you know, the typical sort of suave sort of comedic Bond, but also very good at what he does. Definitely how he comes across. I get the impression he might have maybe based his character on that. And then this guy here is the Russian. Now, he's played by the guy that's in The Social Network. He plays both the twins. And as a result, he's quite a size. Like, it's unusual for Henry Cavill to look small next to someone, but he definitely is next to this guy. This guy's 6'5". Like, he's a big guy. In fact, I refer to him in the film at one point as a giant with a gun. So, yeah, this was a really good film. I really did enjoy this. If you've not seen it and you're into spies and espionage and basically James Bond stuff, you will love this. You should watch it. I really did enjoy this. I actually kind of thought to myself after watching it, why did I leave it so long to see this? But yeah, for £1, very good film. Big Hero 6. Now you might be thinking, why have you got that, Lee? Well, 2 reasons. try and ignore the fact it's Disney. It's a Marvel film, basically. Well, I say that, it's a Disney film, but it is Marvel. It was originally a Marvel comic. And as we know, Disney owned them. Now, we do have this on DVD, and the boys loved it growing up. And in fact, I quite enjoyed it as well, so I upgraded it to Blu Ray. This was kind of before all the the woke agendas came into things, so it's actually a good cartoon. Independence Day. Well, I have this on DVD. I did not have it on Blu-ray, so now I do. And this one is the Blu-ray and digital HD. Unfortunately, it's not the one that comes with the DVD in it, because some of them do. And this is the theatrical and extended cut. The extended cut, there is quite a bit extra in that, actually, surprisingly. I do think it makes a better film, if I'm honest. Cloverfield. Now, you might be wondering, why have you got that, Lee? I mean, these films, they're all right to watch once, but they're not that great. The reason I got it is because Connor hasn't seen it, neither's Kyle, and I thought this was one of them early films where it was kind of like a found footage film, if you like, and I thought the boys might enjoy this, so that's why I picked it up. For £1, it was worth it. Shawshank Redemption. Do I need to tell you why I picked this film up? Not really. Shawshank Redemption is a great film, and it's also remastered. It's been digitally restored on this version, so hence the reason I've got it. I can now replace my DVD. And I do believe this comes with quite a few extras as well. The thing that I was interested on is that it's ITV Studios. I was surprised at that. But yeah, I've heard it comes with a few extras, this. So yeah, can't wait to watch this. I've not watched that for a little while. Big Bang Theory. And I think this is Series 7. It is, yep, Series 7. No brainer, really. I'm a big fan of Big Bang Theory, and you've heard me harp on many times about how they keep changing things on digital platforms. Now, they haven't changed this yet, but what they do keep doing is keep sodding around on who has the rights to it. It was on Netflix. I got rid of Netflix. I do believe it was on Amazon, but now it's gone off Amazon. So I was like, you know what? Sod this. I'm just going to get it on Blu-ray. It's a lot easier. I can watch them when I want, how I want. Sod this streaming crap, it's bullshit. So now I've got it on Blu-ray. And I'm going to get all the others as well. There's 12 seasons, so I'm going to pick them all up. You see them in charity shops enough, so I'm going to grab them. Lucy. Now, some people might think, yeah, it was an alright film. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not a film you can watch often, but it is a pretty good film. I originally didn't buy this because I watched it the first time and I thought, it's probably not a film I'm going to watch again. But then I found a year or two later it came on the TV, and I did actually sit there and watch it again. So I thought, okay, it does have some watchability. It does have some replayability. So I picked it up. No brainer for £1. 127 hours. Well, I have this on DVD, so I've upgraded it. Is it a film that you really need to watch again? Probably not, but again, it's another one the boys haven't watched, so that was why I got it. And it's a fairly interesting film. It's based on a true story where a guy gets trapped and he cuts his arm off. I mean, the boys probably, because you know how teenagers are, I know this myself from when I was a teenager, you like gory stuff like this, don't you? So it'll probably be interesting to them. And the last one, I'm a Stargate fan. I do have this on DVD, and so I've replaced it with the Blu-ray. Bit of a conundrum with this one, though. So I've got the DVD where it comes with Ark of Truth and Stargate Continuum. Now, it doesn't seem that you can get the separate Ark of Truth on Blu-ray yet. So it's a bit of a sod this, because I've upgraded Continuum to Blu-ray, but I can't get rid of the DVD because obviously Ark of Truth's still on it. And there isn't a Blu-ray alternative, so I don't know how I'm going to get around this one. I'm going to have to keep them both, I guess. But anyway, I am a Stargate fan. I've watched all of them. I own all of them. So, well, I say all of them. I owned all the original series on DVD, and like an idiot back in the day, I got rid of the DVDs and upgraded and bought them on Amazon Prime. As you know, my views on streaming platforms have changed since. So these are films I will have to reacquire, but of course I'll do it on Blu-ray. I still have my Stargate Atlantis series on DVD, so they're still here. Again, probably will upgrade them. What I don't have is Stargate Universe, but if I'm honest, I couldn't really get into that. It wasn't really my cup of tea. So anyway, I've now got Continuum on Blu-ray. Right, now, moving on. graphic novels, charity shop finds. Secret Wars. Now this is one of the newer ones, so it might not be my sort of cup of tea, but when you see that, it's quite a thick book, and when you see it for a £5, I think it's worth taking a risk on. So whether I like it or not, if I don't like it, then I can move it on, but either way, for a £5, I think that's a good bargain. And there's plenty of reading material there. Let's move my Ecto 1 out of the way because I've got no room to put the graphic novel. Right, next one I picked up, same place, again, charity shop find for a £5. Civil War. Now you might be thinking, Lee, how have you not got Civil War? Well, that's because, if I'm honest, I never really got round to reading the Civil War graphic novel or comics. You know, I saw bits here and there, but I never read it as a complete story. And then, of course, the film come out. So yeah, it's one that I've always wanted to pick up just to see if, you know, compare it, see what the differences are. But again, it's quite a thick one, good condition, well worth a £5. And then the last one, and this one really intrigues me because I am a big fan of X-Men and Avengers. So when I saw this one, again for a £5, now this is again another newish one, but it's worth taking the risk once again for a £5. But this one is called Avengers plus X-Men Axis, and there is a price label in a way, but as you can see, there's the X-Men and Deadpool there and Iron Man, and then you've got these guys at the bottom. If we turn that upside down, I mean, you can see Doom there and various other characters, Sabretooth, Loki, you know, so yeah, this is an interesting one. And so for a £5, again, fairly thick book, this, good quality, good condition. Again, a no-brainer, so well worth a £5. And I look forward to reading that. It is another more modern one, so it might not be my cup of tea, but like I say, you know, for a £5, and I've just knocked the camera, for a £5 it's worth it, and it you know, kill a few hours, wouldn't it? Give me something to read. So yeah. Anyway, that's the end of this pickups video, guys. That's basically all I've got this week. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, consider giving it a like, share, subscribe. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.